Hello and welcome back. So this time we're going to look at breeding reptiles. So at the top of your screen here you can see your overview, your reptiles in shop, market, groups, community, take turn. We will spend time looking at the other tabs, but right now we're going to go to reptiles and we're going to go down to breeding and we're going to select breeding. Now, in here it says go to the incubator to view your pending clutches. We don't have any of them yet. So first we're going to breed. So if we scroll down our page just a little bit, you can see we have our unnamed male red-eyed tree frog and he's able to breed. So we're going to add him. So we've got our male there breeding. What about our females? Well, here you can see we've got males or females. So if we now click on females, you will see as you scroll down your females that are able to breed. So we can see our 3 hypo females. Now we can add 1 and we could just breed him to the 1 female, or we could add 2, or finally we can add 3. So we're going to add all 3 females there and breed them. Now, if you look above the females, you'll see this related by 0% and the final COI. So the offspring of this pairing will have no inbreeding value. But the higher that inbreeding value, the smaller the size of the clutch, the higher the slug rate, the lower the hatch rate, and smaller reptiles, shorter lifespan, and a higher chance of deformities and dead hatchlings. So we've got our 3 females, we've paired them to our male, and we're going to confirm pairing. Okay. So now they've bred. We have 3 females who currently cannot now breed for 12 turns. So if you remember up the top here, you get 20 turns. Every time you take one, it goes down, but you get one back every hour on the hour. Our male, if we go back over to our males, can still breed. Now, if we go up to our reptiles tab and we look in incubator, we click on that. So now if we look in our incubator, we scroll down a little bit, we can see we have those red-eyed tree frogs, their clutch, how many eggs they've got, and it's 2 turns until they hatch. And we have 3 clutches there. So there's not much else we can do now until they're ready to hatch. So while we're waiting for them to hatch, we will go to our reptiles. And you can see they're here in unassigned. Let's create a new tab. And we're going to name this Red-Eyed Frogs. Red-Eyed Frogs. I don't think I can put a... Oh no, I can. So we have red-eyed frogs. It's red-eyed tree frogs, but we'll just call them red-eyed frogs. Now, we have these 4 here. they're not very happy. So we're going to go check all, and we're going to first select one step point for muscle tone, and we're going to do that. So that gives them all a little bit of extra muscle tone. This you don't have to do, but it helps improve the quality of your snake, which we will get into quality and we will get into genetics in another video. But for now, we're just going to focus on doing the muscle tone, then doing selecting all, skin condition, and then finally we're going to select all or check all and feed them. So we're going to feed our 3 that aren't fed for 12 reptiles. So yes, we're going to feed them. Then we're going to go down and we're just going to tap that tab again because they've disappeared, which they do. It's fine. Just bring it back up, press the tab they're in, and we're going to go check all over here on the right hand side. So right here. Then we're going to go up a little bit and we're going to go to send to tab. And we're going to send them to red-eyed frogs. So we'll select that, and then beside it you'll see send. So we're going to send them there. Right, so our frogs are all happy and healthy now. So if we go down, we can see that red-eyed frogs tab. We're going to click on that. So they're all happy. They've got the black hearts, but that's all because they've all been bred. So now we're going to go up and we're going to take a turn. So are you sure you want to take a turn? This will advance your game time by 1 month, and your reptiles will age 1 month. The upkeep of your reptiles will cost 4 token. So we're going to take that turn. And then it tells you your turn is complete. 4 of your reptiles have aged 1 month. 0 of them grew in length while 4 failed to grow, most likely due to seniority. You have been charged 16 for your reptile upkeep. So the first thing we're going to go do is we're going to go check out incubator. Do we have any clutches ready to hatch? And we look at our egg clutches and it's like, nope, there's 1 turn until they hatch. Okay. So what can we do? You know, let's go to the shop and we're going to buy some more red-eyed tree frogs. So we're going to scroll down. So we've gone up to shop. We're scrolling down through the amphibians to red-eyed tree frogs. We're going to display them. Now this time, we're going to buy 5 adult females. Hypos. Yep. So we sure we want to purchase them? Yep. And now we're going to go and buy another hypo male. Now this is where this changes a little bit. Because we're actually going to buy 1 hypo adult male. Okay? Now I said about not being able to breed, but you'll see why in a minute, why we're buying that hypo male now. So we still can't breed them together. But we're going to go to, first we're going to go to our room. And we're going to put those frogs into the new enclosure. Sorry about that. Just a little bit of an alarm going off there. And so we're going to take these 4 that we've just brought, which are up here. So we're going to go up here to add reptiles. And we've got our 6 there now, 5 females and 1 male. We're going to hit that select all option. And we're going to add the selected reptiles. Now it also says that our enclosure is not clean. So let's just clean that enclosure while we're there. And every now and then you'll get like a wee pumpkin or a reptile that will pop across your screen. And if you click on it, you get some wee reptiles. So now we're going to go over to our breeding. And we're going to scroll down. Now we can't breed our hypo male this turn. So we're going to add that normal male in again. Okay. And then we're going to go over to our females. And we're going to only put 2 in. Or we can put 3 in. So we're going to add 3 females. And now we're going to confirm that pairing. So now we still have 2 females left, but we don't want to breed them just yet. We want to keep them for the next turn. So as you can see now, we've got 2 females ready to breed in 12 turns, 2 females ready to breed in 11 turns, and 1 can breed in 10 turns. So I think this lovely female here didn't take, but we can check that. So we should have 6 clutches now in the incubator. So let's go and have a look. Let's bring that up a little bit. So yes, one of the females didn't take. So we now have 5 clutches in the incubator. We have our 3 that will hatch next turn. And we have 2 from the females we just bred. So now we head off back to our reptiles. And we go to our unassigned. And we're going to check all of them. And we're going to send them to the red-eyed frogs tab. So off we go. We send them off there. Now we have 10 frogs in there, as you can see. So let's go in there. And we're going to check all. We're going to do our muscle tone and skin condition. There's our skin condition. And now we'll feed them. And that is all we're going to do for this turn. If you do have other reptiles breeding, which you can do, it's also suggested for new players to breed leopard geckos, as they're another one that will help you build your genetics experience up quite fast. Then you will be doing the exact same thing, but for those reptiles. So at the moment, we're just focusing on red-eyed frogs, which when I first started playing, I played this way, and I went from genetics level 1 to over genetics level 40 in less than a month. Now, you also notice our reptos are starting to get low. How are we going to fix that? Well, you'll find in the next turn. So we're going to take our turn. Everything's done. The reptiles will cost $10 for this time. So we're going to take our turn. We've been charged the $10. Right, so again, we're going back first to the incubator. Do we have any clutches to hatch? Oh, yes, we do. We have 3 clutches. So we're going to go over to the right-hand side where it says hatch. We're going to hatch that first clutch. So it says, are we sure? Do you want to hatch 20 out of 20 red-eyed tree frog eggs? Ensure that we have enough enclosure space for them. Remember that some species cannot be housed together. So yes, we're going to hatch them all. Now here's our new babies. We have 20 of them. So depending on what you're breeding for, so some you might be breeding for the different morphs. So here you'd be looking for your het hypo. No, they can't be normal. They've got to be a het hypo, which because the mother was hypo, they're all het hypo. You might be breeding for quality. So then you're going to look for the highest quality, like a 217 male, or is there anything higher? But it's recommended you keep 2 females and 2 males. 1 male. Sorry. So I'm going to keep this 217.8 quality male, and I'm going to keep this 206 quality female and this 211.2 quality female. And then we scroll down to the bottom of it and we see here it says keep selected. We're going to check that. And now if you look at the top of your screen, in this black bar, you'll see we now have 46 of 415 breeding experience. And we've got 220 of 415 genetics. But we really want that genetics to go to level 2. So hopefully with the next clutch it will. But as you can see, as you scroll down to go to your next clutch, it tells you you're keeping a certain male and then you've sold these females or males to the player shop for 120 reptos each. When you get to the bottom, it tells you you've made $2,040 or reptos from selling these reptiles. So now we're going to go to our next clutch. We're going to hatch that. Now there's 27 in this one. So it tells us up here you've gained 64.4 breeding XP and 308 genetics XP. It's also told us that egg number 26 had twins inside, and you've successfully hatched 28 offspring out of 28 eggs. And then here, congratulations, you have now reached level 2 genetic skill. You also gained 1 reputation and 1 reserve turn. So, let's go keep our 2 females. But this time, instead of keeping 2, we're going to keep 3 females and no males. So we're going to keep the 218 female. We'll keep the 212.9 female. And we'll keep, let's find another female. We'll keep the 203.3 quality female. So I'm choosing for quality here. So we'll keep them. Now we're at 528 of 829 of genetics XP2. So now we're going to go down, carry on down, and we'll go hatch our 3rd clutch, which this one has 31 eggs and 2 slugs. So we're going to hatch the 31 of them. And again, we're going to keep 3 females. So only one of the 3 clutches we're going to keep a male from. So we've gained 71 breeding experience, and this time we got 330 genetics XP. So we're now up to level 3 genetics with an extra reputation and 1 extra reserve turn. So let's go keep our 3 females. We're going to keep this 203 female. We'll keep this 205 and 204 female. Okay. So we've kept our females. Keep selected. So we're all done in the incubator. We've got no more clutches to hatch. No, because they're all due next turn. So now we're going to go up to our enclosure, to our rooms, and we're going to add these frogs to our enclosure. So we've still got space. We're going to make sure we clean this enclosure. No little reptiles jumping across the screen. We're going to go to our reptiles. Actually, we're going to go to breeding. No, we are going to go to reptiles first. And we're going to move those 9 reptiles. So those 9 we just kept, all those pretty Nomi babies, we're going to move to our red-eyed tab. And we're going to go in there. And we're going to do the skin tone, do the muscle and wash and feed. And of course, we're going to do that check all. So we don't have to do them individually. So first muscle tone. Then we're going to do skin condition. And then we're going to feed them. And then we're going to go to the market again. So we're going to go buy some more reptiles. And we're going to go get another 5 adult female red-eyed tree frogs. We're always keeping a wee eye on our reptiles up in this right hand corner. You can go 5, you can go 3, but it's just easier to buy like 5. And then we're going to go over to our breeding. And now we're going to take 3 of our females. So it doesn't matter which 3. So I'm just going to add 3 there. This time, though, now that our genetics is at 3, we're not going to breed her to the normal. We're going to breed them to the hypo male. And we will confirm that pairing. And that is how you breed. For new players, I would recommend that you follow that repeating for the first 12 turns. As you can see, I'm now down to 18 turns up here, but I have 2 reserve turns. But if you repeat that for the first 12 turns or so, and every second or every third turn, you only need to purchase 3 or 5. It's up to you whether you want to breed 2 at a time, 3 at a time, but you need to keep an eye on your reptiles. But that is it for the breeding. Next tutorial video, I will go through some of the tabs at the top. I will go through chat with you. Okay? Thank you for watching. Bye now.